5 minutes after the hour 11 o'clock here on Urban Radio 94.5 FM. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning, the first day in the month of November 2023. Permits me to officially welcome you to the month of November and also welcome you to a brand new show here on Urban Radio 94.5 FM. There is a new baby in town here on Urban Radio, and the name of that new baby is Urban Marketplace. So on Urban Marketplace, we are going to be discussing everything that has to do with business and also helping you to connect with your target audience. This one is for business owners. It's going to be a very beneficial one. Ensure that you join us here every Wednesdays from 11 o'clock up until 11:40 a.m. My name is Chiamaka Ezapata, and I am going to be doing this together with Tony Odukwe. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, Chiamaka. It's good to be here. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Actually, the show comes up every Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, three times a week. Yes.
Oh, 3 times a week. So Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Absolutely.
All right. That's a beautiful one. So, Tony, let's get into it, because I'm sure some persons are asking, what exactly is Urban Marketplace all about? Can you tell us the purpose and goals of this program and also the segment, everything that just has to do with Urban Marketplace?
Great. So Urban Marketplace is a business show, right? If you know anything about Tony Odukwe, you know I'm a business development and international trade expert. So I'm into everything, about promoting businesses and helping businesses get it right, So, and I've seen what's going on in the South, not just in Nigeria, but in the Southeast, businesses aren't doing a lot of things right. And so we have always wanted to correct it, and this is the opportunity to correct that. Okay. So on the Urban Marketplace, we're going to be teaching business principles, right?
Yeah.
So it's a 40-minute show, like I said, that comes up every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Mm-hmm. So what we will be doing is, first on the show, every day we come on, is to teach you a few business principles. Like today, you can see what the topic is.
Yeah, we are looking at why your business isn't thriving
and how
export can help.
Absolutely, So we teach you business principles that will help you, rejig your business and make it more productive.
Okay.
And then we go into selling stuff. And so we're going to be selling from real estate products to IT tech products to food items.
So there is no limitation to the kind of business we're going to be talking about here on the show.
Everything business. And so we want the Southeast to get it right. We want Enugu people to get it right. We want Nigeria to get it right. So wherever you listen from, it doesn't matter if you're listening from overseas, some of the principles we're going to be teaching on this show would help you get your business right and make you more productive and more profitable. So that's what it is basically.
Okay, so if you've been wondering why exactly your business is not doing well, this show has all the answers that you need to get it correctly and start making profit of your business. Like I said before, today's topic is going to be why your business isn't thriving and how export can help.
That's right.
Okay, why is export important when it comes to business? Let's start from there.
Very, very, very important. I've said a lot of times that today, in the present day Nigeria, or in the present day business world, some of the most miserable, sorry to say, this is not to insult anybody, but I'm trying to make a point here. Mm-hmm. So some of the most miserable customers you would have today would be Nigerians, right?
Why did you say so?
Okay, I'll tell you in a minute. The reason is the minimum wage in Nigeria is still at 30,000, right?
Yeah.
And we have an all-time high inflation rate of 26%. Right? So that means that the prices of goods and services in the marketplace have gone off the roof, right?
Yeah.
And so everything is going up from gas, the gas jars that you use to cook your food, to charcoal, to bread, just name it. Everything in the marketplace has gone up in price. The only thing that's remained stagnant are salaries, right?
Yeah.
So the Nigerian buyer isn't receiving enough to be able to maintain status quo and buy the same things that they were used to buying. Right? So what happens is, for example, I use gas for example. The new minimum wage, the recent minimum wage of 30,000 was enacted about 2 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. And at that time, gas was selling for less than 6,000 naira. Now, 2 years later, gas is selling for almost 12,000 naira, and the income has remained the same, right? So Nigerian families had, a culture of spending on certain commodities, right? Because maybe at that time the salaries could carry them, right? But today the salaries remain stagnant, but the prices of goods have gone up. So what Nigerians have done is draw up what we call in economics a scale of preference, right? On the scale of preference is a list of the most important things to the family, and so tops on that list is food, medicines, healthcare, and all of that stuff, right? So every other thing like gas has gone to the bottom of the list. Bread is moving into the luxury list. Bread that you eat for breakfast is going to the bottom of the list. Now, Nigerians moved from gas, and most Nigerian families moved from gas to charcoal. Today, charcoal coincidentally has gone into the luxury list because it's become very expensive. And so many Nigerians just can't afford these things. Now, the question is, if families aren't earning enough, families don't spend enough. If they're not spending enough, the businesses that cater to the needs of these families begin to suffer. And so what's going to happen is that most businesses will begin to die, right? So you see why I said the Nigerian buyer is the most miserable one, because they don't have the spending power anymore. And who took that away from them? The bad government policies, bad leadership, government leaders who do not know how to run a nation. And so Nigerians are in trouble. What can they do?
Correct it.
Correct it. What can businesses do to correct it? Now, I have a new slogan. It's a project that we're going to start very soon. Every business to export, right?
Okay.
So we want every business in Nigeria to begin to target their commodities, to foreign buyers, right? Now, if the Nigerian buyer can't buy your commodities anymore, what are you going to do? Pack up, close your business, and cease to eat? No, you have to eat. You have responsibilities. So what you need to do is take your commodities by way of export and relocate them from this dying economy to booming economies, right? Now, when we talk about export, people's minds go to America, the UK, Germany. Those are good export destinations. But there are African countries that are quite close to us. And with the aid of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, that means Africans can intra-trade. And so countries like Kenya should be a good market for Nigerian commodities right now. For example, I wouldn't call the brand name, but the Nigerian noodle is selling highly in Kenya. And so if you're a businessman and you're struggling to sell, why not you just move to export? Take commodities, noodles, ship them to Kenya, right? Take whatever it is, shea butter, cassava, name it. There are a whole lot of products made in Nigeria that are needed in different global markets. All you need to do is learn how to take these commodities and ship them to these countries and earn in dollars. So that's where we say live in Nigeria and earn in dollars. And it's that simple. The problem of the Nigerian businessman is not of commodities. They have commodities. It's a market problem. The buyer isn't there. So they need a viable alternative market. And export affords you that opportunity. And that's why that topic today.
Okay, so if we are still talking about exporting, the essence of exporting in every business is, so how can one go about exporting his or her goods and services to other consumers outside Nigeria?
Okay, it's a beautiful question. Export is a sweet business because really you don't have to have money to become an exporter actually. Right now, the only thing you need to spend money on is setting up your export business. That means, first of all, making sure that you're registered with the CAC, either as a limited liability company, what we call LLCs, limited liability company, or a cooperative, right? So if you're registered properly, then you go to any EPC, the Nigerian Export Promotion Council. They have an office here at the somewhere in Independence Layout, right? And then you get the export license. It's very cheap, just $13,500, and you get it you get the next license the next day. When you've done these two things, essentially, you've become an exporter. The next step is to acquire the knowledge involved with export, right? Which is what we give. And some time in the future, I'm going to talk about the export chamber, which I'm the DJ. And what we do is teach people export business, right? So that's the next step. Become a member of the export chamber, learn the export business, and then start trading. It's that simple. Take commodities from Nigeria, find an export buyer. Why I said in export you don't need money is that the export buyer, which is the importer from America or from Germany or from Spain, pays for the export, right? So you spend money in setting up your business, and then you begin to promote your business using social media, digital means.
So it's not capital intensive?
No, not at all.
When we mention exports, people think it's something that is very expensive.
I know.
And that's why they usually shy away from it.
I know.
They said, okay, I'm okay with the customers, with the patronage that I get over here, the local patronage. So aside increase the patronage, what other opportunities does exporting open up for businesses?
For one, it gives you an expanded market for your commodities or services, right? Now, a lot of people don't know this. If you're a tech personnel, you know you have digital skills, you have tech skills, you're a graphic designer, you're a video editor, you're a cybersecurity person, right? You can live in Nigeria and export those services overseas. That's still part of export, right? These Nigerians who are making, how do you call them, skits online.
Yeah, the content creators.
That's right, they're actually exporting. You might marvel at the fact that one of the biggest exports out of Nigeria is Nollywood, right?
Yeah.
Because globally, millions of people are watching this Nollywood products, right?
Yes.
And these are exportable. So you can create videos, live in Nigeria, create videos and launch them on the internet. You're actually exporting. You can go to certain freelance websites with your skills, advertise your skills, sell the skills globally, and you're paid in hard currency, right? It's part of export. But when it comes to commodities, it's about goods that you can take and export. So what you simply need to do is instead of waste your time on Facebook, posting your smiley pictures and all of that, post products from Nigeria. Promote this product. If you have money, put paid ads on this product.
Okay, I want to ask something now. Is it every product from Nigeria that is sellable outside?
Every product.
Every product.
The only things that are not exportable are products. Well, people still export them, but it doesn't add financial advantage to the Nigerian economy. So the NAPC and the Nigerian constitution does not allow for you to export products that are not made in Nigeria, right? So, but every product made in Nigeria is exportable, down to cow hooves. You see, people kill cattle and throw away the hooves. Cow horns. These are exportable products. Cow hide, right? Shea butter, akinu, how do you call it? Bitter cola.
The bitter cola.
Right? Nigeria is so endowed. We have over 1,000 exportables that you can export. So what we are trying to achieve, and I thank God for this show because it's going to help us do that, is to build 10,000 exporters from the Southeast in the next couple of years, right? And that's why the name of the project that we are starting soon, Every Business to Export, right? If you want to make money, stop chasing the Nigerian customer. Start chasing the overseas customers.
All right. I don't know if before we go, if you're going to tell us a little bit about this project that is forthcoming, or is something you don't want to talk about right now?
Well, I can talk about it briefly.
Okay.
It's going to start with a summit, right? It's going to start with a summit that we're going to do in collaboration with one of the biggest banks in Africa. Actually, they flew in a few days ago to meet with me and my team. And so if all plans go well, we're going to host this show. We're going to bring them here. They're going to pay some money to advertise that show here.
Oh, see? It's business we're talking about. So
it's one of the biggest banks in Africa, so they want to promote, sponsor our summit that's coming up. That's supposed to happen in November if our talks go well. So we're going to start this project with a banger summit that's called Every Business to Export Summit. So what happens is that we want everybody in Enugu and around the Southeast to be at the summit. It doesn't matter who you are. You're an old woman, you're an old man, you're a young person getting out of school, you're still in school. It doesn't matter. Come in. We're going to teach you how to export individually, but we're also going to teach community-based exporting. That is to say what they call cooperatives. People do cooperatives for farming.
Yes,
you can do cooperatives for
farming,
exporting as well. So we're going to teach all these export principles. By these, we want to grow the Southeast GDP by attracting forex, right? So where you normally earn naira, we want you to start earning dollars. It's very possible. Export affords you that opportunity, and if this summit happens, you're going to be hearing all about it. But Chamaka, there are other products that we have for sale that we sell on this show, right?
Yeah, we do. We're actually going to get to that. But before we get into it, I wanted to quickly share with us key strategies for successful exporting.
Okay, so like I said, number one is make sure you're registered with the CAC or go and get a cooperative license, right? When you've done that, go get your NAPC license, right? Now, a website is absolutely very important. Before technologies like social media and all of that came into view, exporting was done the harder way. It's by going for trade shows. Trade shows have become very expensive since the pandemic. Flights have become very expensive. But that used to be the old way to find export buyers. You have to go for trade shows, take samples of your products, go there, find people, introduce your business, show them the things that you're promoting, take flyers and explain your business to people in hopes of finding buyers. And it works. It used to work and it still works. It's just that it's become very expensive. So not everybody can afford to pay 2 million naira to go for a trade show in Europe now, right? But there are trade shows that happen in Lagos all the time. There's one that's coming up very soon between China and the government of Nigeria. And if you really want to do export, you should be at that trade show. I don't have the details with me right now, but if you go to trade shows like that, you see foreign buyers, who come to promote their products in Nigeria so that they can find Nigerian distributors for their products. But while they're looking for distributors, they're also looking for raw material. And so if you're there on time and telling them, hey, that you can provide some of the raw materials they need, that will translate into export. And they might order 1 or 2 or 3 containers from you of a particular commodity or two, right? So you have to get that right. You have to go for trade shows. But the most important aspect of this export process for me now is the digital and social media marketing. You have to create a website, which is not too expensive. And on this website, you're going to use it as a portfolio to hold your products, right? You're going to list all the products that you promote on this website, right?
Okay.
Then you begin to use Google and different social media to drive traffic to your website. Right? So you target countries like America, all the countries that you want to target with your product. You have to find out the countries that buy the products that you sell, mostly. So if it's America, you target America with digital and social media marketing. So what happens is that that technology drives traffic to your website. So they get to see the products that you promote, and then they begin to call you for correspondences. Once one call comes through and you answer right, a series of correspondences, are kicked off, and eventually it would lead to export. So export is sweet business, and trust me, you don't need to work for the banks. People who do importation work for the banks. You take loans from the banks, term loans of 3 months, 6 months, and you import stuff, but the bank takes all the money, right? But with export, the money that you're paid goes into your current account. Okay, and even if you needed to get a little bit of money from the bank or from an outside investor to fulfill the order, in a few days time, as little as 45 days, you get paid, you pay them back, and you keep most of the money. So export for me is sweet business.
All right, this is still Urban Marketplace with Chiamaka Ezapata and Tony Odukwe. From the name already, you should know that it's all about buying and selling, as well as sharing of knowledge on how to go about doing your business and also making profits of your business. We just talked about why your business isn't thriving and how exports can help. I must say that this session was very insightful and also educating as well. So now it's time for us to go into another segment of the show, which is product and service promotions. So here on product and service promotions, we have products and services that we feature in this segment, and we talk about it and let you know about this product and services. So the products that we have today are...
Can I, before we do that, I need them to know that every product, after the teaching segment that we just finished with export now, we go into selling product. So every product that we list on this show will be found on our website, the Urban Market Show website, right? If you go there, you'll have a chance to buy this product, whether it's a real estate product or it's a digital or tech product, or it's an educational product, or it's a food item, So this is essentially shop on radio, right? So get ready to do business with us and buy stuff from us,
Okay,
and at the end, if we can do this weekly, we might open the show, for calls.
Open up the phone lines,
at the end of the show,
especially during the part where we'll have to talk about a certain topic.
Yes.
But no problem, Friday is definitely going to get better. This is the maiden edition of the show. We're just trying to set things right now. So at the end, all the products and services we are going to feature on this segment will be up on www.urbanmarketplace.com. So you could go there and go patronize them. So let's dive deep into the products and services that we have on this segment today. So the first product that we have is Horizontal Properties Real Estate. Horizontal Properties Real Estate, they have their top selling lands. At Cubana Estate, they have a plot of land going for 1.5 million naira. At Digital Estate, a plot of land goes for 3.5 million naira. Citygate Estate, a plot goes for 7 million naira. FSC Estate, a plot goes for 15 million naira. Crystal Garden, 8 million. FSC Estate, 15 million. And we have the Capital Estate as well. A plot goes for 1 million naira, and we have the University Estate. A plot there goes for 1.5 million naira. Also in Citygate Estate, A plot goes for 3.5 million naira, and at Excellence Estate, 5 million naira per plot. At Evergreen Estate, it's 6.5 million naira. At Crystal Garden, it's 12 million naira. And lastly, at Crystal Garden, we also have a plot going for 30 million naira. So quickly, let me ask you, what makes Horizontal Properties Real Estate stand out from other real estate company?
Yeah, so I've vetted them over the years. It's hard to find real estate players that are trustworthy. We've heard stories of people selling a particular plot of land to different people.
You know those stories after acquiring a land, and some months after, they'll just let you know that you're no longer the owner of that land.
That's right. So it's crazy. And so that, birthed a need to find a company that is credible and full of integrity, right? And so I started to search a couple of years ago, and I found Horizontal, and I started to do business with them. Actually, I've done business with them for about 2 years now.
Okay.
They've paid me a fat, commission, actually, on some of the products that I've sold for them, right? So that's the reason I decided to bring them on this show, right? Promote this to tell people of Enugu, because we're streaming as well on Facebook and YouTube, right? So this is going all over the world, and so there are many Nigerians who are looking to buy properties. Nigerians living in Nigeria and outside Nigeria looking to buy credible, properties from credible companies, right? So I want to tell you that Horizontal is credible, right? But if it wasn't credible, we wouldn't be doing this on Urban Radio, right?
Yes,
right. So we trust them. We want you to trust them. And so if you want to buy any of these properties, we'll announce a number that you will call at the end of the show, and we will, tell you more. And if you want to go for site inspections, we'll take you there as well, so you can see, and seeing is believing, right? So I want to say again, you can trust Horizontal. They've been in business for close to over 10 years now, and they've not had a single fraudulent case. So you can rest assured that you're dealing with the right one. Yeah.
All right. And another business that we are featuring on the show today is the meat sharing service. This should sound very familiar to most persons listening right now, because one way or the other, particularly women, you find yourself in a sharing group or any, I don't know, but somehow it's something that's relative. Yeah. So for
but before you introduce it, sorry, I want to tell people why this is absolutely important. This meat sharing service is absolutely very important. The reason is that if you go to the different markets in abattoirs in this town where they kill meat, right? They kill a cow in the morning, for example, and they sell it from morning till evening. It's out in the heat, the flies are perching on them and all of that. And so you stand a chance of getting cholera and different diseases buying meat from the open market, right? So we want you, the urban listener, to get fresh meat, fresh killed meat, right? So what this simply means is that you're there while it's being killed, and when it's done and shared, you take your stuff home. So there's no problem with flies perching on your meat going to water that you don't know where it's from. It's just fresh killed, and everybody that buys into any of those packages will be there while it's being killed and shared. So you get every part of the meat divided into the number of the people on your groupage.
Is this something that is done on a daily basis, the meat sharing?
It depends on the demand.
Okay,
so you can imagine that after this show now, a lot of people call in to sign into any of these packages, and we get a good number of people. Yeah, so we could do it every day. It doesn't matter. Yes.
And the location is still something.
It's something that you have to call.
We have
a location. It's something that you have to call and find out. We can't talk all about it on the show.
Okay, so for the meat sharing service, we have sharing plans.
Yeah.
For 25 people, we have basic for 25 people.
Yeah.
For standard is for 20 people.
Yeah.
Deluxe is for 15 people.
That's right.
Super deluxe is for 10 people.
Yeah.
Jumbo for hotel and restaurant groupings. So any plan you want to fall into, they are all provided here. It's pocket friendly.
Yes, it is.
It's pocket friendly. So there is room for everyone.
The healthiest meat you'll ever eat in Enugu. But I want to throw some light on the Jumbo plan. The Jumbo plan are for hotels and restaurants. So 1 or 2 restaurants can come together and say, hey, we want 1 cow. So that means you divide everything in the cow, every part of the meat, into 2. And the 2 restaurants pay for that, right?
Okay.
So, but that package is between 1 and 5, restaurants or hotels, right? So one person can say, okay, I want 1 cow, but I want you all to kill it, and skin it and do all the processing. And so that's possible. That can be done for you, right? But that package can take more than 5 people per cow.
Okay,
right?
so what about local farmers? Do they stand a chance to gain something from this? The local farmers.
How do you mean by the local farmers? The people that rear cattle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Do they
if
stand a
you have
chance?
a cattle farm and you want to sign on to this, just call us. We'll announce a number. Call us. Tell us what you have. We'll come and look at your cattle. If they're good, if they're healthy, we'll buy from you. But it's not just cows. We have, as you can see, we have goat, we have pig, and we have chicken, right? So you're not sharing chicken actually. So
But some people wouldn't mind sharing it.
you're not sharing chicken, but that's to say
Okay.
if you want your chicken processed and delivered, it can be done as well.
be
If
done
you
as
don't have a
well.
time to come for the sharing, right? You can rest assured that it can be delivered to you, and you'll still get every part of the meat that you've paid for.
And the right quantity you're supposed to get, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, we can be trusted. Yes.
Okay, this is a beautiful one. You know, it just have a way of letting us not involve ourselves in so much stressful things, making
Absolutely.
things easier, life very, very easy. Okay, the next product and service that we are sampling on the segment is the food box.
Yeah, I'm excited about that
The monthly
one too.
raw food condiment delivery. So why are you excited?
I'm
What's it
excited-
about food?
Yeah, I'm excited because there are a lot of people who work, like bankers and all of that, who never have a time to go to the market, right? They go to work as early as 6, some of them, some as early as 8 and come back at 6. So they're tired, they're running home to make dinner for their families. They never had time to go to the market. So what happens is that we're solving a problem for not just bankers, everybody can do that. A business person, you don't have time to go to the market. Now you subscribe to this service, right? And you pay a particular fee and you get a food box delivered to you every month. So this food box will contain gari, beans, some portions of rice, spices, some oil, and all of that, right?
Okay.
So in the next show, we're going to announce, details of the food box. Or if you want to get real details, you can call and we'll tell you about it. But this takes a lot of stress away from you, so that
Yes.
you know that every month a particular, a food box is coming to your home that contains everything that you need for the next couple of weeks. So if you run out and you want to replenish, call us again and we'll deliver another box to you, right? So it's going to be safe items in the box. It's going to be what it is. If we say it's 1 liter, it's 1 liter. If we say it's 5 kg, it's 5 kg. You can trust.
Just
that.
trust us.
Yeah.
Anything that is coming
So
out of
it's
here.
going to be delivered to your doorstep if you want. But if you want to come pick it up, we'll let you know where to pick it up.
Okay.
The
The choice is the person's
Absolutely,
to make.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm excited about that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then again, you need to know we go through lens to make sure we get you good and safe beans. You see a lot of people that sell these commodities put beef path and
Yeah,
a lot of
other chemicals to
yes,
store the
insecticals
food.
to store the food. So, but for the beans, for example, comes all the way from the north. From farmers who farm and do not put any chemicals to kill the insecticide. So we're getting that direct from the north. So you can rest assured that you don't have what's the name of that?
Weevil?
No, there's this thing that they use.
Sniper?
Yeah, sniper.
Okay.
You can rest assured that you don't have sniper on your bins.
Yes.
And because that stuff is leading to a lot of kidney and liver ailments,
Yes.
around here. So you want to be sure that what you're getting is organic and has no chemicals on it. You need to order this. food
Everything
box.
is natural and
Absolutely,
organic.
Absolutely. yes.
Okay, so we have export chamber membership. Can you tell us about that?
So you see, the topic we took today on our business segments is export, right?
Yes,
So
we
if you
talked about
really want
exports.
to, if you want to become, an export chamber member, you need to, register and become a member, right? And so there's a website to go to, and it's www.exportchamber.org.
Can you take that again?
www.exportchamber.org. Right. When you get to the website, you'll see the membership page. You'll see the membership directory. There, all the companies that are members of the chamber are listed with all the products that they promote. Right. And then you find all the details of all the exportables that you can get involved in. Right. When you become a member, on that page, you get a chance to go create your own profile, put your email and password, and load your products. What we do for members is that we promote this websites globally, right? We send this website periodically to embassies around the world, to different chambers of commerce around the world. So we are giving you exposure and visibility,
Yes.
right? And so that increases your chance of actually getting an export order from overseas. right? And we won't talk about the prices there, but it's on the website. We won't talk about the prices here, but it's on the website. Go there, you'll find all the details that you need about this membership process, And again, Chiamaka is going to announce a number at the end of the show so that you can call if you have any doubts on
And if you
some
have
of the
any
things we've talked about.
question, I
Yes.
just need direction on how to go about the products and services that
That's
we've
right.
listed out here on the
Yeah.
show. If you
And you want that featured on this show, you will call
because
the
we're
number.
going to do our investigations as well.
Absolutely. So you
Yes.
call that number, 081-81-233-979. Do you want to take it again?
Yes, you need to.
081-81-233-979. So if you call that number, tell us the products that you have, we'll come and see it. And then if we see it's something that can go on, Shop on Radio, then we'll bring it on. Now, if you also want to pay you have a project, you have an event, you have any product at all that you want to go on this show, you can also pay a fee for us to feature that on this show. And
you
on
mentioned the fee right now.
no, we cannot. No, you have to call.
You have to call.
And so what you get is that it will be featured on the show, but it would also be featured on our website.
Okay,
so
so
as we promote the website,
We have a call here. Let's quickly take that call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good, and you?
Fine. Happy New Month.
Same to you. What's the name and location?
I'm calling from Enugu. That's you.
That you. All right, go ahead with your question. This urban markets, please.
Open Marketplace.
Yes.
So is the program going on in that?
Yes, this is a program. It's been on.
So I just want to thank God for this new month that God has led me into the new month. This is a month of festival. So I'm asking that God has helped me to add 1 year to my years. Continue to keep this strong, following to speed.
All right, happy birthday. But please, if you're calling in, just calling in respect of what we are discussing
about, yeah.
today. We do not have much time here. We'll have barely 2 minutes to
Yeah.
wrap it up here on the show today. What's your last word from today's discussion before we wrap it up here on the show today?
Okay, so it's Urban Marketplace. It's everything business. Every day you can rest assured that we'll teach you 1 or 2 things about business, that will help you grow your business and become profitable. And we'll also introduce products for sale, on this show. And after we've done that, you can go to our website and find every show announced on every product announced on the show on the website. So that's it.
All right. Thank you very much, my dear listener, for being part of the maiden edition of Urban Marketplace right here on Urban Radio 94.5 FM. It's been an awesome time with you and also with Tony as well.
That's
I
right.
had fun, talking business, discussing business, because that's the in thing right now. We
Yeah.
all can't rely on the white collar job. We should actually go out there, start up something for ourselves. And like we said today, exporting is very important for your business. Make sure that you milk this new opportunity and
Yeah.
see what it will offer you and your business. Do not also forget to go to our website at www.urbanmarketplace.com. We have the featured product on our show today. Go there, look at the product, take a deep look at them and see if it's something that interests you.
Yeah,
You
or
could go
call-
ahead there and patronize them, or you could also call us on 0818-1233-979. I'll take that again, 0818-1233-979. See you all on Friday by 11 o'clock. My name still remains Chiamaka Izapata, and
Tony Odofwe.
all right, thank you very much. See you on Friday. Coming up next is the news break at 11:45 a.m.